Yo, what's up guys? AFC and Neo here and welcome to a new video. As you guys can see, PokeMMO is currently undergoing maintenance. They are preparing for the Christmas event, but that's not why I'm making this video. I'm actually supposed to be asleep because it's over 3 AM right now. But I saw this update and it got me kind of excited. So let's check out the changelog. As you guys can see, a whole bunch going on for the Christmas event 2024. I'm not really interested in these parts, but these things are the things I'm interested in because they are actually adding new items past generation 6, so from generation 7, 8, and 9. And yeah, I think it's really awesome that they are doing these changes. And yeah, we're just gonna go over them, guys. So the first one are reinforced boots, also known as heavy duty boots in the original games. As you guys can see, a held item which prevents the effects of entry hazards. So if a Pokemon has this equipped, they ignore damage from stuff like Stealth Rock spikes, and they don't get poisoned by toxic spikes. Currently, the item is not available in single battles PvP at this time, with emphasis on at this time. So they are thinking about adding this to the game. There are a lot of mixed feelings about this item. I think it would be great to have it. It's just gonna help the balance playstyle a bit more, because right now hyper offense is over centralized right now, and hazard teams, it's as a balance player, if you're playing a balanced team, it's really difficult to prevent your opponents from getting up the rocks unless you have a direct counter to their Stealth Rocker. But in most cases, your counter is going to be slower, meaning that they will always keep up rocks because Stealth Rock has more PP than Defog or Rapid Spin. Well, Rapid Spin maybe not, but there aren't many Rapid Spinners that can recover aside from Starmie. But then you would need a direct counter to the Stealth Rocker. If you have heavy duty boots, then a Pokemon like Mandibuzz can more reliably deal with stuff like Dragonite, Gyarados, because it doesn't have to worry about taking Stealth Rock. And it's gonna make the offensive playstyle a bit worse in comparison with balanced. And I think boots is going to suck a lot for stall as well, considering that stall, they rely on residual damage, so indirect damage with spikes, Stealth Rock, toxic spikes, that kind of thing, those kind of things. So if you have I don't know, a Weavile for example, not caring about rocks, being able to spam Icicle Spear, that could be nice. Obviously there are counter arguments, of course. People obviously complaining about Dragonite and Volcarona, but there are going to be Pokemon that can deal with those kind of Pokemon with boots as well. And yeah, it's just going to be a lot of back and forth about this item. I like boots, I like later gens, I enjoy playing the later gens more. But yeah, with a weak knockoff, boots are extremely strong as well, because knockoff is not run much. So you might see a knockoff a bit more on defensive Pokemon trying to remove those boots. But having boots on stuff like Zapdos can be really tough to deal with. So I understand that they are not adding it into PvP right now. But the next item is the punching gloves. An item which increases the power of punching moves by 10%. It prevents contact with targets when using punching moves. It could be pretty nice. Your punching moves get 10% boost increase, and your punching moves won't be contact, so you don't get damage from Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, or Flame Body because of the punching gloves. Could be interesting. Maybe on Iron Fist, Infernape. I don't know, but I don't think that item is going to be run much. Covert Cloak is actually something I've been asking for a while, because it's quite a great item. it it ignores secondary effects of moves. So Togekiss cannot air slash you down. Gyarados cannot waterfall flinch you. Ice Fang freeze you. You can still get crit. But yeah, Covert Cloak might be an interesting move, especially because you can also not get poisoned by Sludge Bomb. So those kind of Pokemon that otherwise would rely on that might struggle a bit. You can even run this on Hydreigon with Roost or something crazy. Maybe on a defensive mount, maybe even Mandibuzz. But I think we'll see quite a bit of Covert Cloaks. I think from all these items, Covert Cloak might be one that's going to be used most. Because yeah, we cannot use Boots yet. It's called Covert Mantle, but yeah, the original name in the original games is Covert Cloak. We have loaded dice. You guys know me. If you watch me, then you know that I have the patented 2-hit Icicle Spears or whatever, Bullet Seed. And with this, you can get at least 4 hits. So maybe running it on a Swords Dance Breloom, for example, Swords Dance Weavile could maybe do something. I don't think it's going to be that great on Weavile. Because Weavile's dark types don't hit, dark type moves don't really hit hard because he doesn't have that knockoff, and Steel still resists dark, meaning that Steel type will still completely wall Weavile. So if you have something like a Scizor, if you have something like an Empoleon, then it will still wall it, and yeah, it doesn't matter if you get 4 hits with Icicle Spear. And you're also losing the damage from Choice Band, for example, because two hits from Choice Band might be equivalent to getting 3 or 4 hits without, but it can definitely be an interesting item. Probably on Breloom. I think it's gonna be like gonna be up there with Covert Cloak. Safety Goggles, it's essentially the same as Overcoat ability from Mandibuzz. Not sure how much this is going to be run, but I guess powder moves. The only real powder moves you see is Spore and being immune to Sandstorm. Not sure if that's a big deal. You might as well run Leftovers. Protective Bats, that could actually be an interesting one, because currently Garchomp with Rocky Helmet, I think that's the most used set. Basically ignoring that, an item which prevents contact with foe while attacking. So yeah, you're not gonna take damage from Rocky Helmet. No flame bodies. It's essentially the same as the Punching Glove, but this is basically for all contact moves. Yeah, there are probably some few mods that can benefit from this, but I'm not sure if we're gonna see this much. Type Policy, also known as the Weakness Policy in the real game. Now, item which, when the holder is hit by a super effective move, increases the attack and special attack by 2 stages. This is definitely something you're gonna see a bunch of times on Hyper Offense, mostly on Dragonite, I think, due to the multi-skill, of course. But there are probably some other mods that can benefit from this as well. It's quite a niche item. I never really used it because you have to be hit by a super effective move. But yeah, it could be nice if you have a Dragonite, and hey, Dragonite can easily live on Ice Beam or something, get that +2, and if you Dragon Dance up, you're instantly +3, and it's gonna be really difficult stopping that Dragonite. Throat Spray, not sure, because Boom Burst is not in the game. Maybe Hyper Voice, even though I don't think many Pokemon run Hyper Voice. And if you run it on Togekiss, I think it's a waste, because you can also Nasty Plot or Calm Mind up. I don't think there are any Pokemon below Gen 5 that really benefit from this that much. Once we get Boom Burst, like Gen 6, is when this item is probably gonna do something for us. But at this point, not really. Room Servers, an held item which decreases speed by 1 stage. So if you're running a Trick Room team, I'm not sure how useful that is going to be, because your Pokemon are going to be slow anyway when you're running Trick Room. Like, do you want to have it much slower? It's not going to help against non-Trick Room teams. But yeah, maybe yes, someone can make that work. A snowball, an held item which increases attack when the holder is hit by an ice type move, consumed upon use. Yeah. Not sure what I have to think about, because you're not removing the damage, so you'll mostly use it on something that can resist the attack, and then you still have to get hit by an ice type move. Like, does Scissor maybe benefit from it? Not sure. And glowing moss, an held item which increases special defense when a holder is hit by a water move, consumed upon use. Yeah, these are not really items, especially this item. Unless you can run it on a cheeky bulk up set or something. I don't know, you still have to get hit by a water move. So, not sure how good that is going to be. So, yeah, a bunch of these items are not really that useful, but it's cool that they are adding stuff. And who knows, maybe we get boots, and then boots is definitely gonna flip this meta, guys. It's something I'm waiting for. Like, I really like the later gens opposed to Gen 5 and below. But if they add boots, it's gonna allow for a lot of team building, not having to worry about rocks that much, because you can even run stuff like Charizard, regular Charizard, to do some crazy stuff. Checking Volcarona, Moltres is going to be so much better as well with boots, and yeah, then people are gonna run more knockoff shit, but knockoff is still gonna be weak, and you're most likely will be able to switch into it. Tyranitar actually gets knockoff too, I believe. It does in the later gen, but I'm not sure if it does in this game. But yeah, just wanted to talk about this item. I think it's really cool they added this. Yeah, hopefully, in my opinion, I hope they add boots. A lot of people disagree with that, but I like when balance gets buffed. Because if balance gets buffed, you're actually gonna see less coin flip games. Because if it's hyper offense versus hyper offense, there are going to be a lot of coin flips. But in balance against balanced, it's really about who is progressing better, who's positioning better. Like a lot of more long-term thinking instead of, oh, do I call this right or wrong, and winning the game of that or losing the game of that. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this update. Hopefully they are gonna add some mons as well for Christmas. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.